Hey, so we're doing foam smithing tonight, which is actually really cool and a first in a while. So I want to show you guys the more or less finished version of the chainsaw. Let's go. It's kind of a finessey way to put it on. There it is. Need to paint it, need to seal it, but besides that, it's done, and it's groovy, you know. So that's it. It's pretty much done. We're gonna work on something else tonight, though. This still needs paint, but can't really do that on camera because I don't want to do that inside. So right now, can't really see it because there's a bunch of things in the way, but I am kind of working on this axe head like this, and I'm working on making the pattern for it. And as you can see tonight, I am doing an Ask Me Anything. It's kind of like what they do on Reddit all the time, but I really don't care for Reddit. So if you have any questions, I'll answer them. So just keep that in mind, if you will, while I just work on this guy. And I'm just making the pattern just like the template, but a lot smaller. I had to size it down, so mostly because the axe head doesn't need to be that big. And I'm kind of just doing it one layer at a time, as you can see. And so this is a piece I'm using, and then I'm just going to make another cut, and then we'll just make another little thing here. And this is really just so I can figure out the depth of it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I was just gonna buy an axe handle for like $10. I was thinking I could just take a block of wood and trace it out and just make it totally from scratch. So yeah, I could use handle. Yeah, I could use handle material. That would be fine. Yeah, yeah, that would actually be way awesome. My other plan was I was going to take a PVC pipe and try to make it look like wood, but real wood would be obviously a lot better. And much appreciated. Awesome. I like that. So let's see. Cut kind of that piece off. And then I kind of need to look at my reference here really quick, just so I can kind of see how I really want it to look like. Yeah. Then we'll cut this piece off. I think that'll be it. Go and switch back real quick. And this should be the last line I put on. And that's kind of how we want it to look. Now you kind of cut out the middle though, so we can get the more basic shape. Keep this as a reference. The least fun part is always working with paper. It's never quite as rewarding, but it gets the pattern down, so you know, can't really argue. So now, looks something like that. Cool. All right. The Ask Me thing is going great so far. I really thought it'd be a lot more complicated, but someone just asked me, "Hey, do you want some axe wood?" So yeah, heck yeah. Let's see how this fits best on here. I kind of took this piece of foam because I thought I'd be able to use this little area. I don't think I can. So I think I'll just do this. And we'll see how that looks. How close we can get it. There you go. Grab some pins. All right. That is what I want to see. Yodelay, 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 hee-hoo. No idea where my Sharpie went. Sharpies are like the pinnacle, like the backbone of foam work. Kind of without a Sharpie, you're up a creek without a paddle. Guess we got this guy. Where in the world? Where did all my Sharpies go? Huh. That is good. Hair looks stunning as always. Here, we'll do something so that way it's a little bit of Olympic pride going on. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Sweet. There we go. Since we don't have any Sharpies, checking all these spots. Huh. Crazy. That's like a first. I'm just gonna keep talking to myself. I should make it somewhat interesting. So what should I be talking about? Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Because I'm completely out of ideas. As old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Always considered myself more of a Gaston, but recently I've been kind of thinking I'd be an alright beast. Alright, let's put the pins back, and we'll cut out the first axe head, and we'll see how that looks. It looks chunky right now, but once you see how much of it we're going to sand off, it's going to look good. God, even sharpen the stones. Thanks, appreciate it. All right, now we'll cut the axe head out. I am noticing a little blemish right here in the foam. That shouldn't be too bad. Need light. There we go. That cuts smooth. All right, it was kind of dragging a bit, so I was worried if it was gonna cut as smooth as it did. And we can only kind of afford to fudge the sides a little bit because we're gonna sand them down so much. I am curious to see if anybody knows what I'm making yet. Hands are already completely covered. Thanks, Onyx. Hands are already completely covered in like blue. There we go. It's starting to take some serious thank you, super fan. I mean, you got to rep up your team for the Olympics, right? There it is. Yo! What's up, Steve? Hollywood. One of these days. One of these days. But until then, got to do something that pays the bills. Not really. I will. Don't worry about it. But pool house, you know, you got to help clean it. Pools, they're hard to take care of. It's a lot of work. Steve is like, yeah, I would say you earned the pool house. Somewhat. There you go. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. And now, once I get it kind of side to side, turn that down to here. All right. You're right. All right. I already got the sweetest nickname ever. What more could I possibly ask for? You're right. You're right. I think I'm going to double this up, personally. Gonna kind of start drawing lines in it and sort of get the shape. Of how I sort of want the axe to look. All right. See you, Steve. Thanks for popping in. Something sort of like that. I don't know. We're still working on it. Let's see how it goes. Sweet. All right. Now we'll make one more copy. Let's see how that looks. Do what we can to save time and money. That's what I'm all about. There we go. So, since no one's kind of guessed it, I'm making Connor's axe from Assassin's Creed Trace, Assassin's Creed 3, the one that's all about, you know, quote unquote American history. Super great. Probably it's the only Assassin's Creed game I've played because it's about American history. I know. The other ones are good. They are really good, but I'm an American through and through. You know. And I absolutely love Assassin's Creed 3. All the DLC for it was really great. Really, really great. Oh yeah, rips the pattern. That was cool. That was the last thing we had to do then. That would suck. That would really suck. It wasn't the last thing we had to do though. But it is, so it's okay. All right. I'm really kind of sad January's over. Such great jokes in January. Such good memes. You do not know the way. I never freeze. I mean, just January was so great. Besides the Tide Pods, which I would say was the only kind of like really stupid thing January had. January was overall really good month. I mean, somebody a touch of my spaghetti. That was great. Hilarious. Some old Goldilocks cartoon that someone's like, man, I bet this would be awesome. So they did it, and I'm impressed. Really impressed, really. I guess there was, yeah, Ugandan Knuckles. Somebody touched my spaghetti. Is there anything else? I really can't remember. Tide Pods. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. The Super Bowl trailers are all pretty awesome. I didn't, love this way the Super Bowl turned out, but all the trailers are really sweet. The Avengers trailer was cool. We got to see an up close, better shot of Cap's shield. That was the big one for me. We got to see a few other things. Black Widow in her kind of new outfit there. I think a little bit more Vision and Scarlet Witch. The Han Solo trailer was awesome. Teaser trailer. Excuse me. I guess those were all technically teaser trailers. Han Solo teaser trailer was amazing. The what else was really good? Avengers Han Solo. Black Panther trailer was just a Lexus ad. So, now we know T'Challa for shizzle drives a Lexus. So that's always good to know. No Aquaman trailer. I don't know when Aquaman's really supposed to come out even. So, Deadpool 2 had a trailer. There's a Cable trailer, which was really good. My favorite part was Deadpool messing around with action figures. Like, oh, we don't have the CGI yet for Cable's arm, so I'll just do it with action figures. That was pretty great. Very Deadpool-y in fashion. Cool. And that is these pieces. So now what we'll probably do is probably going to glue them together first, and then we'll start to give them the edge that they're supposed to have. Yeah. So we need to get rid of the back sides, which means we need Big Bertha to do her work. If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already have you right under my arm. I hope that you like this. Something, something. But you probably won't. You think you're cool. So that was getting these kind of smoothed down. Because I had the lines on this one, I was kind of able to see what my angles were looking like. Kind of see the edge I'm putting on that. So now, next up, what we're going to do is, I didn't want to put too much of an edge on it yet because we still need to combine these. This needs a little bit more. It just needs a touch, just a little itty bitty touch. There we go, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Bada bing, bada boom. How does that look? Looks cool. Dope. Doing this, which means we need this. I believe the only reason I'm getting like a pretty good amount of viewers is the Olympics are on, and they're probably just like on your phone if it's an event you don't care about or it's on commercial. That's what I think is probably going on. I might be wrong. Maybe Friday is just the best. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm doing it on Friday because Saturday is a really busy day. And so yeah, we're doing it on Friday. Normally we do it on either Sunday or Saturday, but I really wanted to get work done today. So yeah, we're doing it Friday. This is as clean as possible before we apply the contact cement. There's still all these little metal bits around here from working on the chainsaw. But that's all right. That's all right, all right, all right. I'm just going to keep talking to myself because if I've got a captive audience, I always have a captive audience of one, no matter what. I could kind of go over and recap what it's been like working on the play. It's been an experience, that is for sure. More than anything else, we really need the sides to stay together, so I really want to make sure we get a good amount on the sides. No, the play has been great. It's been a ton of firsts. It's my very first play I've ever auditioned for. It's also the very first play that I've ever got cast for. The very first time I've done sword work on stage, so not every play is like an action adventure thing, so it's kind of cool. Three Musketeers get to do some sword work, and that's been fun. That's actually been a really cool experience to have like in my back pocket as a skill. Stage combat, it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. First play with a love interest, although I do suppose most plays probably do have a love interest. I don't know. Either way, that's been crazy fun. I got to grow out my hair, as you can see, by the giant mess that it's in. I get to grow out my hair for the play because it's the Three Musketeers, and D'Artagnan's a country dude, so he's got long hair. I don't know. It's cool though. It's been more than just an experience. It's been fun. It's been stupid fun. Seriously, this play is awesome. I want everybody I know to go see it just because of how hard we've all been working on it. It's been amazing. The cast is fun. Everybody in the cast is really cool. Except for that one. Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, everybody's really awesome. I'm trying to see, what can I say without spoiling it like too much? All the fight scenes are amazing. We're actually going to do all the fight choreography like tomorrow. We already did all the choreography, but I'm saying is we're going to double take all the fight scenes. Awesome. That is what I like to see. Yeah. No, I'm impressed that I adapted this well and that no one's just been constantly yelling at me the entire time. I know I'm a bit fast because I know the lines and I just feel like, I just want to say them, get them over with before I forget what they are. But no, I'm just glad it hasn't been like, Calder, we got to teach him how to act, I'm glad it's been a little bit easy, or at least so it seems to me, doing stuff. And I find myself, for some reason, when I'm day-to-day life, I'll just like casually throw out a line. Like if I'm talking with my brother and I just call him like a name or something, be like, was that an insult? And I was like, it was certainly meant to be. Or what else did I say? You're shaking like a leaf. I'll say that. Like if someone's like shivering and they're cold, like you're shaking like a leaf, and I'll just, yeah, it's dumb, but it's really fun. It helps me kind of memorize them, so that I just use them. Quote my character all day, which is great. Well, that does mean a lot, Jared, because I was super nervous about this entire like play, and now I'm like thrilled because I'm like, I want to do way more of these now because this was awesome. These are almost dry, getting tacky, a little wet still. I'm psyched. I know Cooking with Gus is up next, and then there's Guys and Dolls. And I don't know what either of those are about. I know Guys and Dolls is a play that's been around for a really long time. A while, anyways. I don't know what it's about. Cooking with Gus, I believe there's a little insert I read. It's this chick who gets a cooking show, right? And she is bad on camera. Something like that. It seems really cool. But there's a really low number of people in the cast that they actually need. So that would be a huge commitment. Bigger than this one, even, I would almost say. If there's only like 4 or 5 people, I can't remember. But still, Connor's axe is drawing, the axe head, anyways. And I believe I wanted to put some metal in that so it didn't flop around. Or at least I think so. Let me double check. Obviously, if I have some like bits here, I'll use those. But yeah, I wanted to put a wired coat hanger in there. I really jumped the gun on this one. Huh. Wow, 4 people. That's insane. So I am doing an AMA and Ask Me Anything. Oh, those are perfect. These will be great. Those can go right in here. Oh my gosh, nice. And those will keep it friggin' steady. Gonna kind of be putting these in the axe handle so that way it stays nice and steady here. So let's do it slowly, and we'll use the inside as kind of a mark to measure. Yeah, so now we have 3 people. It isn't Ask Me Anything. Go ahead, feel free. Ask me anything about props, about light. I don't know. I have no idea. Whatever you want to do. Yeah, now that we have those 2 metal bars in there, I was worried for a second that I wouldn't get anything put in, but we did, so that's all good. He was all good, and he was with God, to quote Jared. Porthos, Athos. I said Porthos there. That would be wrong. Now we've got the axe head together, and it's kind of got some weight to it, which is cool. Now we can start shaping it, making it more pointed and rounded. Use our cheat sheet. And kind of pull up the reference image. Man, that was crazy. Oof. This is going to be fun. This will be great. Great, good fun. Here we go. All right. We're just going to shape this probably. We've been going on for 40 minutes about. And really, it's just been me blabbing and not too interesting to listen to, if you ask me. Make sure the inside is all in. There we go. I'm going to use this side as a reference, because this is the side I drew all the lines on, as you can see. As you can sort of see, somewhat see, I don't know, man. It's up to you. I'm not a stand-up comedian. So I would try to make this more interesting to watch, but you've already got something so great to look at. I don't have to make it interesting to watch. All right, cool. Let's sand it. Ah, thank you. I do appreciate that. Check out some of the progress on the axe head so far. Working on getting that deeper ridges. We'll see how it goes. Thank you. I only use the finest horse shampoo that I can find to make it, you know, this mane-like. It's so much work in the morning. So much work. Just kind of want to double check and see the camera and see how that's all coming along with the edges. Kind of need to figure out how it needs to be beveled. I know it's a bit lopsided. Yes, soft shell, not hard shell. Not from Taco Bell. Taco Bell is not a favorite, but I do like tacos. Tough question. Tough questions deserve good answers. In-depth, quality answers. Tacos, yes. Taco Bell tacos, no. Hard shell tacos, no. Boom. Now it's more on the inside work. We need to change. Excellent choices. Thank you. Thank you, Colin. I do my best. I do my best. Where did I put my pliers? There it is. I like this one more for foam. Now we're going to try to do the inside of this axe so we can smoothen it up. And then with the hand, the hand Dremel, it'll be a lot easier to do the outside for all the little minuscule things. So see how that works. We're gonna move it to 20 though. I normally put it on 35 and 30 when I'm doing metal, but 20 should be enough for the inside. And that cleans up the inside pretty well. But for this little notch here, I'm honestly thinking, am I going to cut that off and add some other piece to it? Or I'll see how it works, kind of smooth it out. If not, then I don't know. We shall see, won't we? I really wanted to do as much work on this as I possibly could, since tomorrow's going to be busy, and I don't know what Sunday looks like. But it also might be busy. So I wanted to get as much done on Connor's axe as I possibly could, because if I'm making something for myself, I'll maybe, whatever, I'll just play video games for a little while. But since it is for somebody else, it's important that I get this done in a good, timely manner, I would imagine at least. That little middle part did not turn out bad at all, so we're going to roll with it. Dope. And we're at 50 minutes, pretty much. And we made really good progress on the axe head for the night. I'm going to kind of look at the reference here and see how it kind of needs to look. Look at the reference online. I won't be able to see any questions or comments for a while. See how that looks. That's actually really cool. It looks really awesome. It's an in-game model. There is a ton of sanding work we need to do on the inside. That is for sure. So we will. There it is. I put my drum kit over here. Normally I put it over there. Don't know if I want to go with this. Or I want to go with the other one. I'll go with the other one. That is some smooth, like, silver right there. Don't have to worry about the paint job for a while. Not until it gets a little bit warmer outside anyways. Small pet peeve of mine is I really do not like painting in the cold and snow. It doesn't set right. Doesn't dry right. Same thing with Plastidip, which I use to seal my foam. It just doesn't dry on correctly when it's cold outside. So I pretty much just do a bunch of foam work and then I get things set out to be Plastidip. Like all my Iron Man armor is done on the foam work except for the helmet and a few other things, but that means I can start Plastidipping that once it's nice and warm outside, and then I'm going to start really painting it, and then that's when we'll probably see the most amount of progress on my Iron Man armor, which will be awesome. I'll ask you guys a question. What have you guys been listening to recently? I have been addicted to the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soundtrack because it's good. It's really good. I took all the songs I really liked from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and the ones I really liked from Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and I just merged them into my own awesome mix, you know? I just called it awesome mix. I'm going to call it number 3 because number 3 is going to be all the songs on the Zune, right? So, yeah, those are good. Super good. Brandy is a favorite right now. Hooked on a Feeling is always amazing. The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, really good. Really, really, really good. Wham, Bam, Shang-a-Lang. I don't know what it's called. Just Wham, Bam. I don't know what it's called. It's a really amazing song. And Come a Little Bit Closer. The song Yondu kills all the Ravengers too, all the people that were against him, is also really good. So I love all those songs. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is my favorite version of the soundtrack, personally. So yeah. Pop music from the 80s. Nice. That's... You really? You know? 80s music is good. It's just like... It's good. It's good stuff, man. 80s music. Love it. Loving it, Josh. These are some... Lakeshore Drive. That's another really good one. Really love Lakeshore Drive. Slipping on by on LSD. Yeah, Lakeshore Drive is awesome. I agree. Love Lakeshore Drive. Let's do a little bit more work. Okay, really quick, fun story. When I was in Arizona for Ace Comic-Con, we were driving around a few different neighborhoods. I don't know if we were in Glendale anymore or what it was, but we actually were on a road called Lakeshore Drive, and I was like, oh, I gotta throw this song on. It's very clearly not the same road the song's named after, but still, it was called Lakeshore Drive, and it was awesome. It was really cool. Slipping on by on Lakeshore Drive. Yeah, it was cool. It was super cool. Yeah, throw up the reference for this before I start buzzing around. We're going to throw it on 30. so Michael Jackson is an 80s legend. You're right. That is the inside kind of contour of the axe. I know I'm looking at that a lot because my computer's over there. I really like the way this axe is looking so far. I'm going to do the other inside on this side just so we can get a really cool image. Michael Jackson, Josh, you ever see Captain EO? It's a kind of a Disney George Lucas thing they did with Michael Jackson starring in it. So I'm going to start dremeling. You tell me if you ever seen Captain EO because it's really great. Honestly, I'm just going to start shading this down a little bit with a knife because that'll save me some time. Yeah. There we go. Now it'll be. Thriller is awesome. It's like my favorite song to listen to. Whenever it's Halloween, I have a Halloween playlist because, man, I love Halloween. And Thriller, This Is Halloween, songs like that are definitely on it. That is the inside. So if you can't tell by the shape, Justin, we're just wrapping up. Yeah, dude, like it's an hour. It's been an hour. You're wicked late to the party. We're just wrapping up the head of Connor's axe from Assassin's Creed 3. So that is currently what we're doing. This is the most done side. This side is still kind of flat in the middle, a little bit on the outsides. Yeah. Connor's axe, Assassin's Creed 3. Kind friend and co-actor Jared Dowd said he could help get me an axe handle, which is really cool. I was going to make one out of PVC, and this makes it incredibly easier. Makes it way easier to work with if it's actually wood, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm making this for the fanciest term to use would be client. Making this for a client. Yeah, making this cool axe handle for a client. Making this cool axe and pretty much technically an entire costume, an entire what would you call it? Connor costume from Assassin's Creed 3. So yeah, this is the axe. This is it. Thriller is awesome. Thriller really does need to be played. We have like 4 people, so I'm going to take any questions that pop up really quick. We're not going to ask me anything. Obviously, I'd do anything, really. This isn't ask me anything or tell me to do anything. But I'm going to leave that just kind of like there. And maybe I'll prop it up with something so people can look at it a little bit. And so, since we have 4 people, go ahead. I'm about to log off because I really need sleep for tomorrow. So feel free to whatever you want. Favorite food? That's a good question. My favorite food, steak. more specifically good sirloin or filet. Yeah, sirloin's definitely my favorite cut of steak with a side of potatoes. You know, little steak and potatoes action going on. That would definitely be it. Recently been addicted to a Subway melt. I like a good Subway sandwich. The Subway melt's really good. The Subway Club is also really good and less calories if you're watching your calories. Pizza's awesome, dude. Colin has overall impressed me with the amount of this is gonna sound super weird, muscle you've been able to put on, and I've been really trying to work out since not this time, I'd say March of last year is when I really started working out. So I haven't ate pizza in a really long time, and I'm trying to do the cleanest bulk that I can, but trying to eat 4,000 calories in clean food is really expensive. So I honestly was about to just eat an entire pizza one day for lunch. I was like, man, I'm really short. Yeah, no, dude, you should be. I'm so impressed. Like when we went to DC, I was like, oh, dude's pretty muscular, you know. And he even like talks about lifting weights and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'd say he's pretty muscular. And then like now you've got like that garage gym or whatever going on. I'm like, dang, those are impressive gains. Which sounds like one of the creepiest things. Subway Sunrise Melt is quite amazing. I might have to try a Subway Sunrise Melt. That sounds really good. I don't know what it's on, but I'll try it. I've been eating a Subway Melt. Was like basically the only Subway sandwich I ever ate for the last 3 years whenever I went to Subway. And then someone was like, hey, try a Club. And I'm like, oh, wow, Club is really good. And then now I'm going to go try a Subway Sunrise Melt. Sunrise Melt. Nice. Very nice. That must be on the flatbread then. I think it's rice. Rice is like, I mean, why would I give you advice? Like compared to, like, I'm like what you looked like during BC. So, because I'm just like totally starting out pretty much because I had so many injuries last year that I had to stop lifting. But it is hard. Eggs, ham, turkey, bacon. Yeah, but turkey is like if you have sliced meats, they're really high in protein and really low in fat, but they also don't have that many calories. Like good sliced deli meats, which are a super clean way to eat, but they're not as calorie dense. So I know sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna get noodles and I'm gonna get some beef from a Chinese place and just get a ton of it for $10 and eat 1,000 calories for one meal. I found out, dude, bacon's the best. Chocolate milk really helps. That's like I found out like Swiss 20% low fat chocolate milk tastes amazing. And if you have 12 ounces of it, it's like 300 calories. I don't remember what it was. But it's like a really easy way to get calories since it's just chocolate milk and it's really high in protein. I love it. I love chocolate milk so much. Bacon is great. People say use turkey bacon for a bulk if you want a bulk cleaner, but turkey bacon's really not good. So just doesn't taste good, man. Turkey bacon kind of sucks. I haven't eaten eggs, but I get sick and tired of eggs. Ugh, they taste so eggy, you know? It's like, yeah. Only have so many eggs. Rice is great. Mostly because of how many calories it is. Yeah, see, pig bacon all the way. I always suck at the comments because they're however far back. Yeah, pig bacon is the best, clearly. Beef bacon's pretty good, but it's really stringy and it gets like caught in my teeth super easily. Like, ugh. I mean, I love beef bacon. I'm obviously on a cow ranch, but still, pig bacon is the best bacon. There are just things you have to admit. Those facts of life. Facts of life, man. And I think if that's all, I wish the comments would load in faster. I don't know if the comments don't load in faster or what it is. But yeah, if that's it. We're at 100. I just said 105. We're at an hour and 5 minutes because it says 105. So we're probably going to call it here. Call it a night. Thank you, everybody that joined me and working on the axe head. Thank you for all the questions. I think every time we're probably just going to make it an AMA. I know I used to have way more fun on these live ones because I had a cool gimmick every single time. So I'm going to try to do a gimmick every time from now on. But see you guys later. Peace.